Hello, good morning. I've been challenged by Gordon in Munster Rugby to do this, Munster Referees to do this 25 press-ups in 25 days challenge in aid of men's mental health. And I've seen a few people doing it, and a lot of people, there's no disrespect to anybody else that's doing it. A lot of people are just doing the 25 press-ups, and it's to bring some kind of awareness, whatever, that's fine. And that's grand, but I think it's important that we actually talk about men's mental health, men and boys. So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to make less of a deal out of the 25 press-ups. I'm going to try and do them. I haven't done press-ups in a long time, probably not going to survive, but I'm going to do them anyway. But at the end, after a couple of minutes where we have a chat, and I'm going to speed through them. I'm going to have to speed it up in the video I post up, so whatever. So there's two things I want to do. First thing, I have a few things I want to talk about in relation to men's mental health and where problems that I perceive come from. Speaking specifically about my own mental health, which is not without its problems. And second thing then is I want to ask you, if you have things that you feel you want to ask me about, you can ask me privately, you can ask me publicly, I don't mind, about in relation to men's mental health. Please do let me know and I'll make a point of it. So I'm going to try and keep these relatively short, so we're at 1:30 already. So what's the story here? So what I wanted to start talking about was how we treat young men, specifically at the age of, between about 4 and 10. Boys at that age are highly impressionable, and in that time it's very important that that's where we treat them in such a way that they can learn to deal with their feelings. And we're not taught as boys how to deal with our feelings. We are taught that we have to be strong, and we have to be men, and we have to be, we are macho, and that's a falsity, because what that does is it teaches young boys to repress their emotions, or teaches them how to to ignore what's going on inside their hearts and their heads. It teaches them that to be weak is wrong, to be weak is a failure. And you can do that without having to teach them as a failure. You can teach them that weakness is something they can turn into strength. Many martial arts are based on this principle. So we as adults who teach our kids need to understand that the way we raise them from a very, very young age affects how they live and how their attitudes to life are as they get older. So if you imagine somebody, and I'm not singling anybody out, I don't have any particular person in mind when I say this, but if you imagine somebody who's got a fragile ego or a fragile sense of self, as an adult, I think once you talk to psychologists, and talking is where everything kind of helps with this stuff, when you talk to psychologists, you'll find that a lot of the frustrations that men feel come from the fact that they don't know how to deal with their emotions. They're not taught to deal with their emotions from a very young age. So the suggestion I have for you today is that when you have young kids, especially young boys, that you teach them how to feel. Teach them to understand that what they feel is okay. Talk to them about it. Don't just say, man up, that solves nothing. Accept the fact that they are humans, the same as everybody else, and talk to them about what they might be feeling. So that's my lesson for today, if you like. Lesson. Tomorrow, what will we talk about? I'll think about it. So anyway, here's my attempt at 25 press-ups. Oh, God. Oh. Okay, I can just about do it. See how we get on tomorrow. Talk to you then.